welcome back to my channel. Today I have another IKEA hack video for you, but this time I'm focusing on just one IKEA hack. It was going to be two, but the other one needs a little bit more planning and I actually need assistance from somebody as well. So it's just going to be the one today, and that's going to be the play kitchen renovation. Now I have seen so many of these on Pinterest, so by no means am I claiming that this idea is my own. It's not, but I wanted to share with you how I did it and maybe give you a little bit of inspiration so that you can do it yourself. Before we get started, if you are new around here, then hello, my name is Sarah-Jayne. I make all sorts of videos on my channel, from parenting videos, you'll see past pregnancy videos, you'll see personal development, cleaning, all sorts of things. So if you like kind of a mixed bag of things, then definitely make sure that you subscribe to my channel, and if you are already subscribed, then click the bell button to be notified of when my videos go live. And if you like this video, then make sure that you give it a thumbs up. Okay, so I bought this IKEA play kitchen for my little girl who is currently 21 months. She loves kind of playing house, so I thought this would be perfect for her, and she absolutely loves it. So I'm going to talk you through step by step of what I actually did for this. It was pretty simple really. I think the hardest thing was just maybe waiting for coats of paint to dry as you went along, but yeah, it was pretty easy to do, to be honest. In fact, the hardest thing to do was choose my paint colours. So I actually went to a few different places and bought a couple of tins of paint because I just couldn't decide what I wanted to do. I've seen some gorgeous ones where they go like sort of grey with marble and gold or copper coloured taps and things, and I love that look, but I wanted to do something slightly different. I knew that I wanted it to kind of fit within my own decor of my home, so I went with kind of a mushroomy colour in mind, and I actually decided on this really gorgeous kind of pinky tone, but it was like a mushroom pink, if that makes sense. So anyway, once I had actually decided on the colours, I took everything out of the box and laid it out. I figured out which was which. That was probably one of the hardest things, but if you just refer to the manual, you can maybe use a pencil or a pen and just mark down what colours you're doing each thing. So I did this in colour blocks. First of all, I did the ones that I was doing the colour. So I decided that I was going to have one of the doors in this like pinky colour and then leave one of the doors white. And at first I decided that I wanted the microwave door at the top to still be white, but further on down the line I actually changed my mind and I actually ended up painting that afterwards. But what I did was I simply laid these out on the kitchen table on top of a wipeable tablecloth, and I just painted them. I did one coat and then I left it overnight, and then I did the next coat the next day, and it was pretty straightforward to do. The hardest part was probably doing the edges, and I actually ended up touching up a few of the edges once it was all assembled, but you know, it was relatively easy to do. As I say, the hardest part was just waiting to be able to do the next colours. So after I had painted those, it actually worked out that all of those bits were ready for the base of the actual kitchen itself. So I put that together and then went ahead and also painted the top pieces white because I wanted all of those to be white. These did take a little bit longer because I actually had to do both sides of them, whereas the bottom sections I only had to do one side of the panels because the inside didn't really matter. I didn't really need to have them painted. So the top section did take a little bit longer. Once that was all together, I assembled the whole thing. I actually decided against spray painting the tap and the sink, just because I felt that it would maybe chip really easily, and I know some people have said it does and some people have said it doesn't, but if I was actually spray painting them, I would have just spray painted them a more shiny silver anyway, so I ended up leaving them. The other thing that was on my list of things to do for this renovation was actually change the handles, but I found this quite difficult. I bought some lovely handles which I thought were going to fit, but they were actually too small, and then when I eventually found some which were wide enough, what I found is they were too thin, and when you put them up against the door you could see a hole either side of where the original handles would go. So at the moment I have the original handles on in the original colour. However, I might change this in the future, who knows, but it's just a matter of finding something that works for that actual kitchen. And you know what, I don't think that they look too bad on the kitchen itself, and I know that they're not going to chip. I'm just going to hop on here because I forgot to mention that we added these doorknobs. I actually got Anthony to put these on, but these are so that she can pretend that she's altering the temperature of the oven, and I just thought they looked really cute. So then once everything was assembled, I wanted to have a bit of a splashback on the kitchen just to make it look like there were some tiles. I got these really easy peel and stick tiles from Amazon. I'll leave a link in the description box below so that you can go and have a look. I also got a really thick piece of card, and I measured out this card to see what the space was on the back of the kitchen itself. I drew around it so I had an idea, and then I cut the card out. I made sure that the card was a little bit bigger, so that was as wide as the actual whole unit, and then the inside of the unit where the tiles were going to sit, I drew like a little line so I knew that that's where the tiles needed to go. Then it was just a matter of lining the tiles up and placing them on the card, which was relatively easy to do. Once that was done, all I had to do was nail the actual card to the back of the kitchen, and it's actually held out really well. The only thing that I think I still need to do is actually maybe just add a little bit of tape along the bottom, because where you stick this on, it will go around the edge, around the top and around the edge, and the bottom will still be loose. So I'm going to put a bit of tape across the bottom on the back just to keep that in place. But overall I think it looks really good. Ella is super happy with it. She absolutely loves playing with it. She's not so keen on the actual cooker part of it, just because we've always said every time she goes near our oven or our cooker, we've always said every time that she goes near our oven to stay away, don't touch, because it's hot. So when she actually goes near it and sees the light on, she just goes, no, hot. Which I guess is a good thing, because she's learning that those are the things that she shouldn't touch. So I really hope that you've enjoyed watching this little renovation video, and let me know what you think to the finished kitchen. I would love to know your thoughts. Also let me know if you try this out yourself. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and don't forget to subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Thank you so much for watching, and I shall see you again next time. Bye!